You want to answer it?
No, those are the questions.
I would like to know that.
Towards the end, in 1945, I got very sick. I developed typhoid fever, and I was isolated in a room where there were other cases similar to mine. About, I think we were about 50 in that room, and almost every day one of us died. And I was just thinking to myself, pretty soon my turn will come. And then I don't know what happened. I just went into a coma. And I woke up in a bed, white sheets, a nurse in a white uniform standing over me, asking me how I feel, if I want anything for breakfast. I thought I died in Grenada or somewhere. I mean, this was such a complete transition, just unbelievable. And that's when I said, by the end, I said, my God, this cannot be true. But that's when I was liberated, and I felt freedom. By the way, when I woke up, the whole camp was already practically empty. Everybody was gone, but I was unconscious and I was there, so I had to stay. And even afterwards, I had to stay about 2-3 days, and then I slowly got out of camp. So that's a long story, I think. So.
Well, when we got liberated and we came sort of to ourselves, my emotions were terrible, because that's when we realized we lost everybody. While we were suffering, hungering and cold and rain and you name it, and even in the summertime when it was hot, we were standing on Selaka with shaved heads. People were falling like flies. Somehow I endured it better with my nerves. But for me it was very difficult when I realized everybody's gone. My father was only 37 years old and my mother was 36. We were young people. And the whole family, and it was very, very difficult time for me. I think it was even worse than suffering, when I realized that we hadn't got my sister Ella. And then, when we were in Sweden, my sister Ella and I, we wrote a letter home to where we come from, to our neighbors, to the Gentile neighbors. And when they received the letter, my older sister, who was separated from us in Auschwitz, you recall I said it in the beginning, she was home already. She was freed by the Russians. And she came home because somebody told her where she was. I think she was in Houston or Blood or something. And somebody told her that my father came back. So she came back to the village to look for him. But it wasn't my father. It was somebody else. And the neighbors ran after her. Ilonka, your sister's still alive. Because when she came back, the neighbors asked about us. And she told them that she saw, and the SS took us away, my sister Ella and I. So the neighbors gave her the letter, and she wrote us back to Sweden. That was one thing which helped a lot. But when we were liberated, it was very, very difficult for